Hey, good morning. This is Joe at ZPacks. This is our updated Arc Blast Backpack. The Arc Blast has now been updated to have all the exact same features as our Arc Hull backpack. The only difference between the two is the material. The Arc Blast is Cuban fiber, whereas the Arc Hull is Dyneema fabric, so this one's a little bit lighter. But other than that, everything in this video applies to both packs. So this backpack has our arc frame, which basically, when you get the pack, it's going to look like this. It's going to be straight. But what you're going to want to do when you get it is adjust the frame so that it has an arc in it. That's going to give you airflow against your back and padding against your back. The way to do that is you're going to stand the pack, empty pack on the ground. It's a lot easier if it's empty. Push down on the frame to bow it a little bit, and then you just cinch down the cords at the top and at the bottom of this mesh back panel until you get it to where you want it. Ideally, you want about 2.5–3 inches of gap there. If you notice that after you've adjusted it, it gets a little loose, just readjust it tight. Eventually it should hold. We switched to some thicker cord that really grabs in the line lock 3s better, so hopefully you won't lose your arc often. If you do find that you lose your arc, you could tie a knot around here, but I have found that it's not necessary with the thicker cord, so hopefully it should be good. So I'll just do the same thing on the other side of the pack here. Just push down to bend the frame, and cinch it down. Top and bottom, so you get that 2.5–3 inch air gap there. And that's going to give you a nice trampoline back, cushioning against your back, and airflow against your back so your back doesn't get as hot. Two of the biggest things that we added to the Arc Hull and to the Arc Blast are, well, one of them is the adjustable torso height. So our adjustable torso height, it basically works like a conveyor belt. There's webbing and the shoulder straps can move up or down. To move the straps up, just tip this little buckle here up perpendicular with the ground, and then pull up hard on the strap, and it'll move up. To move it down, just pull hard down on the strap. So you have 4 inches of range that you can move that strap up or down with a little effort. And it's intentionally difficult to do because you don't want it to slip on you while you're out hiking. Okay. The other big change with this pack is it has a full wrap belt, meaning that it goes all the way around behind your back. It's got the lumbar padding in the back. One of the improvements of this belt it's got V-style belt webbing, which means that you pull in to cinch it, and you can cinch down the top edge and the bottom edge independently, so that lets you really torque it down to the angle of your hips, so you get a really tight wrap and it holds better. Another improvement of this belt is there's actually another, you can see there's actually 3 horizontal bars on the frame, and the belt is attached directly to the bottom horizontal bar. That means the belt is really lifting right on the bottom of the frame, so it's really transferring the weight onto the frame and up off your shoulders as best as it can. The belt is also removable and interchangeable. It's not something you would do often, but if you, let's say you bought it and you found out the belt was too big, or if you're out hiking on the trail and you lose a bunch of weight and you realize you need a smaller belt, you could order a smaller belt and then just switch it out. The way to do that, grab the center of the belt and pull out on the center of the belt to flex it. It's a little tricky at first, but just pull it out gently until it pops out on the side here. And then at that point, you can just pop it off, get a new belt, put the new belt on. To get the new belt on, you just slide it back in place, pull out gently at the center, and pop it back into the frame. Again, it's slightly tricky when you're not used to it, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. One other thing that we did, the frame on our pack has always been able to come apart and come undone. Like if you're traveling and you need to take the frame out, or if you want to use it as a frameless pack, maybe for like a kayaking trip or something where you don't need the frame, or a day trip. If you just loosen the mesh panel up all the way, the frame can come out. It pokes out at both the top and the bottom. It's meant to be able to do that. Some people will see that happen. They're like, oh, my frame's broken. It's not broken. It's just you needed to have tension on the mesh back panel to keep it in place. But these come out, and these are a new kind of carbon, different than what we had before. These will actually bend quite a bit. Like a lot without breaking. I haven't even been able to break one of these yet, so it's really strong stuff. You don't have to worry about these breaking on you. So, other features on this pack: it's got low lifter straps, are standard, in addition to the adjustable torso height. Roll top. It's got a Velcro opening that lets you get into the pack. The Velcro makes it real easy to line it up right, and then just roll down the top and clip it together at the top to seal it. There's also a top strap, which you can lash something to the top of the backpack. It's got a big stretchy center mesh pocket. The side pockets are a good size for a 1 liter or 1.5 liter. It's got these zigzag side straps here. These are not stretchy. It's Dyneema cord. And you can really squish down the sides of the pack almost flat if you want to, if you have a smaller load. The other thing those are good for is, let's say you have tent poles or an umbrella or your trekking poles or a tall water bottle or any number of things. You can stand it in the side pocket and cinch it down and keep it snug to the side of the backpack. I think that's about it. So that's the Arc Blast Backpack. Thank you.